these are crazy times. I mean, it's one of the reasons I'm looking at gold prices again, and they keep climbing. We've been hovering around near $2,400 an ounce. Take a look at this piece. Our friend Steve Forbes put an article out in Forbes, and it's titled, "The Signs Are There. The Gold Standard is Coming Back." I just wanted to take a quick peek at this because, you know, in light of the political chaos, you can understand how countries around the world are starting to say, wait a second, do I really want to be invested in the U.S.? Now, that's a scary thought because I hope they would want to be invested in the U.S., right? Right? Because that's in part how we enjoy our status and our ability to keep borrowing money. Not that we should, but at this point, we really, we've gotten ourselves that far into the hole. But a lot of countries are saying, wait a second, maybe I don't want to invest in treasury bonds. Maybe I don't want to lend to the United States and tie up my capital that way. Maybe I want to do something else. Maybe there's a back channel of gold behind the scenes that actually is more relevant. I mean, you think about Russia, for example, and sanctions, and how the sanctions really left Russia at the time in a more vulnerable state. They've actually done fine because you see energy prices have gone way up because nobody thought that through in the administration. Yeah, they're like, okay, we're going to shut down all our natural gas production, even though we're going into this big thing with Russia. Like, that made any sense. Jennifer Granholm was just hoping she could get everybody to buy an EV. That didn't work out so well. Now did it? That's our energy secretary, former MSNBC anchor. Lovely. Anyway, this article is really interesting. He said the signs are there, basically. The signs are there that we're moving increasingly towards this quasi-gold standard because central banks in recent years, he writes, have been purchasing gold at record levels. I've been telling you about this, especially China, but also India, Russia, a number of other countries. Poland is one that he mentions. And it's in part because of concerns about the Federal Reserve printing and printing and printing. It's in part concerns about the U.S. saying, well, you know what? If you don't like it, tough luck. And they have the ability to kind of take the bottom out from under, right? The U.S. can if it wants. It's part of, the sort of status, so to speak, that we enjoy. And so countries are saying, is there another way? And Steve writes about how actually a lot of people are looking at cryptos and cryptocurrencies as another way to kind of diversify themselves out of the threat of the U.S. doing something that could be detrimental to them. The problem with cryptos, of course, is that they don't have the stability. And so that gets you back to gold. The other thing that gets you back to gold, and we've talked a lot about this. In fact, I just had one of our great show sponsors, Max Baker, on the show just the other day from American Heart for Gold. You can go and watch the entire interview or just go back and watch. It's been Friday's show? Yeah. Right? Friday's show, right before the Memorial Day weekend. Max, who is the president of American Heart for Gold, was on, and we talked a lot about this. I mean, in other words, you keep taking on this debt here in the U.S., you're going to continue to look at gold prices that are higher, in part because of the reduction that it means for the U.S. dollar. So a lot of interesting reasons to be looking at gold, and I encourage you to do so. And if you do, make sure you go. Here's a URL you cannot forget: trishlovesgold.com. How's that for you? trishlovesgold.com. These are my friends over at American Heart for Gold. And I want to encourage you to go to them and use my name. Use my name, guys. You can also text Trish, my name, to 65532. And the reason you want to use my name is you're going to get the best deal. In fact, you're going to get up to $15,000 in free silver, depending on what you purchase with them. So go give them a ring, 1-844-495-1115. 844-495-1115. You can text Trish to 65532. Get up to $15,000 in silver. I'm watching silver too, and it's going through the roof, but it makes sense. It makes sense because a lot of people choose to go into silver that might have otherwise gone into gold. It's at $32 an ounce right now. I mean, this is really, really fascinating to see. Just looking at the markets overall, we had a market at the end of the day pretty much flat. You had crude oil moving higher, gold, silver moving higher, copper. That's been quite a story. We talked about that actually on 76 Research. That's my other channel. You should check it out at 76 Research on YouTube. We talked about copper because Rob and I had a tremendous company that's a copper play that's actually done really, really well since we mentioned that you should get in. Not that we're telling people, this is not about timing the market. I want to be very, very clear. At 76 Research, we believe in holding things for the long term, right? So making educated decisions to get in at the right levels in the right companies. And there was another one that we just profiled actually on Friday of last week that Rob was like, I have to write another note on it today. He actually just sent something out because it is getting another boost. And so he'll explain all the reasons why. But this is at 76research.com. Again, my financial research company that I started with my longtime friend, Rob Horton, superstar fund manager, who is an excellent stock picker. So we have model portfolios there that you can take a look at, really great lists of 10 to 15 different stocks in each of those portfolios, or you can get the 76 report, which comes out bi-monthly, a little bit more of a friendly entry point. It's like $9.95. It'll be the best $9.95 you've ever spent, really. And we have, Drew, do we have the code? Because we have a Memorial Day sale special that I want you guys to see here. Maybe you can put up a little bit higher for everyone to just see this code. You would get 20% off your subscriptions. Maybe just lose the 76 Research banner. There we go. So people can see that coupon code. 76 USA. Wow, my eyesight's getting bad, huh? 24. 76 USA 24. Can we make it bigger? Let's see how it's there, There we go. Now I can see it. 76 USA 24 at 76research.com. Again, this is something I really do encourage you guys to do. And of course, we love gold over at 76. It's part of the portfolios because, listen, crazy times.